Hey guys, it's Miss Rachel again. So you've made it to your last video. So this PowerPoint is all about themes. This one's a little bit longer than the other two, so hold tight. We're almost done. This is the last video you're going to have to watch, and then we're going to move forward. So, like I said, this one is theme today, so we're going to be talking about that. And let's get started. So, when we're talking about themes, this is an example. So please go ahead, make sure you have your notes out. I want you to be copying this. All of my slides, remember your paper matches mine. So themes in literature, think about like a cupcake. So this is kind of an example that I hope will kind of help you and be able to kind of imagine it. So draw a little cupcake. It says the cream filling is hidden inside a cupcake, right? And themes are often hidden inside a book. So just like when you eat a jelly donut or a cream cupcake, you have to go inside the donut or the cupcake to find the cream filling. And when you're reading a book, you have to go into the story and go deeper inside to find the theme. So usually the reader needs to infer the overall message the author is trying to convey. So infer means to kind of take the text and take the puzzle pieces and put them together. You kind of have to think for yourself, take it to that next step or that next level. So some examples of themes are in Little Red Riding Hood, don't trust everyone you meet. If you were ever to read the story of Little Red Riding Hood, the author doesn't just say straight up, do not trust anyone that you meet. But when you think through the story, and you think about what happened, and you go inside, you infer, go deeper into the message, you don't trust everyone, just like she shouldn't have trusted the wolf. Like in the Three Little Pigs. Hard work and patience pay off in the end. Just like how they worked hard and they built their houses, in the end it protected them. So it's something that is hidden deeper inside. It's the implied message. And then in the Little Red Hen, laziness can have negative outcomes. Once again, the author isn't going to straight up just saying you have to go inside the book, just like the fillings inside the cupcake. The theme, laziness can have negative outcomes, is the theme that is hidden within the messages of the text. Okay, so I also want you to actually draw this tree. Now remember, you can pause the video anytime you need to get notes. So this is the theme tree, okay? Now in the theme tree, it gives you what is themed. So the truth or central idea a story reveals about life. So remember, it's not straightforward, it's hidden, but it's revealed. The moral, the life lesson, or the message. It's a debatable opinion. So themes are not like facts per se. And then it is implied, not stated, kind of like what we talked about earlier. Now, on the bottom it says any theme can be considered valid if you can support it with text evidence, and that's what we were talking about with main idea in our last PowerPoint. You have to be able to support your claim or what you think with evidence from the text. You can't just take whatever out of thin air and say whatever you want that the theme is or whatever you want that the main idea is. You have to be able to support it with the text. So if you can pull examples from the story that share the life lesson, or it's the part of the text where it is implied, or it's an example of the truth or the idea that is about life. So remember, when you're having a theme, you have to be able to support it with examples, multiple examples from the story if it's going to be considered a valid theme. So I also want you to copy this. Theme, the message or the lesson that the author wants you to learn from the story. So some common topics for theme, like the big ideas. There's a really long list here. And so what I want you to do is I want you to have one whole page, and I want you to write common examples of theme, because you're going to write down these, but the last two slides I'm going to give you are also just more ideas for theme. So these are some of them: courage, equality, honesty, doing the right thing, acceptance, love, achievement, peace, jealousy, family, never giving up, all of those things. When you read a story, you can kind of see how these things could be woven through. There could be many examples of hope, or many examples or comments about family or peace or never giving up, or often in Disney movies there's lots of examples about just being yourself or overcoming fears. They're ideas that keep coming up over and over again throughout the story. Because remember, if it is a theme, you have to be able to have evidence to back it up. So in the story, there should be lots of examples of things that relate to that theme, and those are all what you would use for your supporting evidence. So ask yourself, if you want to find out what the theme is, ask yourself, what did the characters learn? How did the characters grow or change? Why did the characters act this way? So if the characters are learning all about honesty, or they grew and developed to be more honest, or the characters acted this way because they were wrestling with things inside of them and kind of changed from being deceitful to honest. A theme could be honesty. Or if the characters are learning how to be courageous, or they started off as a coward and over the text they changed to be courageous and brave. And you see the author unpack their motivations. Those are themes. So those are 3 really good questions. And if you're stuck and you don't know what the theme is, those are really good questions to ask yourself that will help you get to that point where you can be able to say that's the theme. Now this is also about citing evidence on the bottom. This is called a sentence frame. And if you use this in your writing, I will be very happy. When you know the theme, you can write the sentence, I know the theme is blank. So I know the theme is honesty, equality, hope, differences. Because the text says. Now that's why I'm talking about with examples. So you can say, I know the theme is blank because the text says blah, 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 blah. Pull your quote or pull your summary or write about what the text says. You can quote it or you can paraphrase it, whatever you want. But you're proving your claim. Your claim is, this is the theme. That's your statement. You're saying, this is what it is. And you're going to be backing up your statement and proving it with examples from the text. Because remember, if you said the theme is courage, but you can't find any examples of courage in the story, the theme isn't courage. If you think the theme is hope, and you can find multiple examples in the text of where hope was being brought, or characters were talking about hope or giving hope, then that's probably a great theme. So that's a really awesome sentence frame that I hope you use. That's why I'm having you write it down. Remember, you're writing this down because it will really help you be able to articulate and write about what you're reading. It will help you become a better writer. Okay, now this one, I only want you to write down these 4 questions. So I want you to write this title right here. It says finding the theme. So please write down those 3 words, finding the theme. Then what I want you to do is write down these 4 questions. Don't worry about this down here. That's nothing. Don't write the lines. I just want you to write finding the theme. 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, 4 question. Once again, these are questions that if you think through them, they will help you find the theme. How did the characters react to the obstacles? So see, we could see something like courage, or discipline, or bravery, or honesty. What important decisions did the characters make? The theme will be shown or and woven in those. How did the characters grow or change in the story? And what did the characters learn? So once again, those are 4 questions. Please just write down the questions. You can make a little number, a little list, finding the theme. And these are 4 questions that will help you find the theme in any text that you're reading. Once again, you can pause it if you need to. I'm going to change though. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you should have a list of common themes or example themes. The next 2 slides, these are examples. So theme, moral, message, or lesson of a story, the heart of the story. And once again, the theme is often inferred, my bad. So I want you to write down these examples of themes. These are great things that you can look for, and they're common. But once again, if you've already written down these, just add the new ones. For example, I know we had courage and honesty last time, but we didn't have discovery or persistence or accepting others, goodness, being happy with yourself. So go ahead and write these down. I want you to have a page and a place where you can go to find example themes, and themes where you can look back and you can use them and you can see them in the text and you kind of have that as a reference. So write down these. Like I said, if you want to put them in the bubbles, that's fine. If you want to just make a list, I hope you're making a big list in your composition book of all the kinds of themes. And then this is another one, once again, common theme topic. So once again, if you've already written down differences or bravery, just write down the ones that you don't have. But I do want you to have all of them. So if you don't have a word on this list, please copy it down. Make sure that you have them all in front of you. I want you to be really familiar with what themes are and examples of themes so you will know how to write and identify them. So I think this is my last slide. Yeah, it is. Okay. So if you need to pause this video or go back, that's fine. That's the last thing that I wanted you to have, was make sure that you have lots of examples of themes. And if you look at the top, it says, these common theme topics can be developed into theme statements. For example, honesty could be developed into the theme, honesty is the best policy. So that's another example of a theme. So go ahead and make sure you copy these down. Make sure you have a really good list. Your list should be pretty big, probably a page on your comp book. So make sure you have all of these slides from this copied down. And congratulations, you are now done with the 3 PowerPoint videos. So you did it, and now you're going to move on to your next project, which is all about main idea and theme. So when you're done with this video, please raise your hand and tell me so that I can give you the next assignment. Okay? Alright, good job!